Hello, welcome back to BBB. I have been doing my first year-long, well actually 13-month-long Project Pan this year, and we have now reached the halfway point. It's been 6.5 months since I introduced the project, and I have another 6.5 months to make any needed progress. Now, some of my categories, I have divided things into eyes, face, lips, nails, and I think like a miscellaneous category. Some of them are starting to look pretty bare. I've made really good progress in quite a few of these different areas, and I thought I would roll some new products in just to keep things interesting and because I would really like to prep some products for next year's Project Pan. I've really enjoyed Project Panning and definitely want to continue, and why not set myself up for success next year now? So I have a checklist of all of the products that I have been working on, and I think I'll put it up for a couple seconds right around now. So I think you can see I've made good progress. I have a lot of empties, and some of my categories are almost non-existent to actually empty. So to fill in some of those smaller categories, let's go through the products. The first one will fall into the miscellaneous category. This is the Live Fresh Seaside Breeze body lotion. It's from Bath and Body Works, and I have a stash of these. I've had this for probably 3 or 4 years at this point, and I haven't been using it for that long. I've been using it off and on for a couple of months. This is just the kind of thing where once it is no longer summer, I'm not going to be interested in using it, but I don't know if it will be entirely gone. So I just want to make a point of finishing this up this year. Having one less body lotion floating around would be fantastic. Another item that'll fall into that miscellaneous category is this vitamin C suspension from The Ordinary. Now, this is actually relatively new to my collection. I think I got this in December maybe of last year, but I've had some vitamin C products before, and I've always had a problem with getting through them before they go bad. I'm just not that consistent with any part of my skincare routine that isn't washing my face. So I want to make a point this year of using this up. I don't want the product to go to waste. I don't want it to lose its effectiveness, and the way to make sure that happens is to use it consistently. So we're gonna pan this, and hopefully it won't be too difficult. Hopefully this will just become a habit to use, and I think my skin would really benefit from that. Now for makeup. The eyeshadow category is the one part of this that is not going very quickly. Panning eyeshadow just takes so long, and I tend to use my fingers, so even if my goal is just to hit pan in a product, I feel like I'm using a lot of product before I actually end up hitting pan. But I did want to add in this eyeliner pencil. This is from Wet n Wild. I believe it's one of their Mega Last liners, but I don't really know. This is ancient, and it probably shouldn't be going near my eyes anymore, but I still do, and I want to use it up. I just don't want to be using it still in 2 years, and that is where I think we are headed with current usage. So I think I showed you already, but here is how much product we have. I would really like to finish this by the end of the year. I feel like it has reached its best by date, exceeded its best by date, and it should probably go in the bin once December rolls around. So I would like to finish this. That would be fantastic. I have 2 face products that I'm rolling in. This might be a little bit too big of a goal, but again, I'm setting myself up for next year. If I just make progress on these products, it would be great, and I would be really happy with that. The first item, though, I think is pretty achievable. This is from my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Palette. I hit pan on this white shade earlier in the project, and I want to hit pan in this pink shade. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it because of this packaging is super reflective, but I have worn away a good portion of the embossing in this little corner, and I think I am a ways away, but not a ridiculous ways away from hitting pan. I think this will be doable. It's certainly not going to happen in the next month, but I think that with consistent use, I could definitely hit this by the end of the year and maybe significantly sooner. The next phase product I would really like to finish panning in 2022. This is my Wet n Wild Rosé Champagne blush. This is in the old packaging. I think that they've updated this to a circle since I purchased it. And I think you can tell I have a tiny little bit of pan in there. But to set myself up to pan this next year, I want to expand the pan. I want to get to the point where the pan is the size of a quarter. And for those not familiar with American currency, here's what a quarter looks like. So it's definitely a large expansion on the pan, but I don't think it's unachievably large. I think most of these goals are doable. We'll see if I feel the same when October or November come around, but for now, it seems achievable. Finally, let's go to lips. Now, lips is a category where I only have one thing left of my original slate of products. I have my Maybelline Pink for Me lipstick remaining, and honestly, I've been leaving that right next to my desk as I've been working during the day, and it's what I'll reapply after lunch or just to freshen up before I have a Zoom meeting or something. And it's going pretty quickly. There's not a whole lot left in there. So I decided to roll in 3 products. One is a bit older. This is the Maybelline Almond Rose Comfort Matte Lipstick. I don't even know how long I've had this, but it seems like a long time. I've used up probably half of it, and I would really like to work towards using this up. I think that I'm going to set myself the goal of finishing this year. This is the only one I'm going to try to finish, but it's been sitting around for quite a while. I wasn't wild about the color when I first got it. I thought that it was too bright, but I don't know if my preferences have changed or what, because now I find it pretty wearable. I think this is pretty, and these Comfort Matte lipsticks work really nicely as cream blush as well, so it's definitely a multitasking product for me, and I think I should be able to make good progress on it. I have 2 other lipsticks that I'd also like to make progress on, and before we move to those, I'd like to show you what I've been doing with my Revlon Super Lustrous Secret Club lipstick. This is a product that I had in the project earlier in the year, and my goal with this was essentially to prep this product to pan next year. So I finished half of it, and this is the size that I want to get these next 2 lipsticks down to. So the first one is going to make a really easy comparison because this is also one of the Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks. This is in the shade Sassy Mauve, I don't know. I don't care how you say it. So for comparison, this one is clearly larger, and I just want to get it down to the same size. I love this lipstick. It is, however, pretty much the same color as Maybelline Pink for Me. So I think that it will be slow going at first, even though this is something I would be happy to wear every day. However, once Pink for Me is gone, I think that I will fly through this. Okay, the other lipstick that I would like to work on is from Wet n Wild. This is one of their new like cream finish lipsticks, and this is in the shade Peach Please. Really hard to read that label because it's a light peach background with white writing. But same goal with this. I would like to get it down to the same height as the Revlon lipstick. I think you could tell this one is a bit of a thinner bullet, but we're just going off of height, and I think that would put this one at around the halfway point as well, and then I could finish it up next year. This is very, very creamy. I mean, I think you can tell it's not exactly a structurally sound lipstick. It's very Leaning Tower of Pisa, but I like it. I think it's pretty, and it's definitely a color that I like mixing with a lot of other shades. So I think that this will be one that's not too difficult to wear consistently. If you are interested in my progress in my Project Pan thus far, I will of course have the playlist that contains the introductory video as well as all of my updates linked up in the cards as well as down in the description box. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you did. Thanks again for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.